Hi there, in this tutorial we're going to look at type in Photoshop. Now we're going to create a little mini design project. It's going to be a postcard, Mother's Day sale type thing, and yeah, we're going to explore type throughout. Alright, let's get started. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is, let's say we've got an image we want to use, right, which is, let's go to File, Open. And in your source files, it's called 07A. We've used this image before by Errol. Okay, let's click open. And instead of trying to resize this into a postcard size, that's what people tend to do. Let's say you want to do something for like a US letter or A4, is they try and grab this and try and reshape it into the right dimensions. It's way easier in Photoshop to go to File, New, create the right size, then drag that in and use our cool little scale option to kind of resize it so it fits. It's definitely easier doing it that way. What you'll also find in Photoshop is that you can just type in your inches along the top here, or switch it to centimeters or millimeters, depending on which part of the world you're in. What we're going to do is we're going to go to print, and there's some default templates in here. Okay, you can see there's US letter, legal, tabloid, A4. Click on this little view all presets. And what I'm looking for is one in here called, it's not in here at all. Okay, it's under art and illustration, and it's this one here called postcard. So with it selected, it's done a few things. It's given it the right height and width. No, in different parts of the world, it's actually different sizes. We're going to use the US, and what we're going to do is we're going to make a landscape. Okay, just for this one. We're not going to change anything else. Just make sure yours looks like mine in terms of resolution and color mode, but we'll discuss that later on. Let's click Create. Now let's go and save this thing, and what you'll notice is that save's grayed out. It's weird. Photoshop, it's one of the kind of quirks of Photoshop. It says, well, you haven't done anything to this, so I'm not going to save it. So if I grabbed the text tool and started adding text, it would start. It'd allow me to save, or just go to File, Save As. Okay, and I'm going to give it a name. I'm going to put it into my source files, and I'm going to call this one Dan's Postcard. Postcard even. Let's click Save. Now we're going to use our fancy trick we learned earlier in this course. We're going to go to our image of flowers. We're going to grab our move tool. We're going to click, hold, drag into the tab. Keep holding the mouse down and then let go down here. All right, so it's the wrong size. Okay, I kind of did that on purpose so we can practice our resizing. And what we're going to have to do is we're going to look at rotating it as well. So make sure our layer here is selected. It's got the little icon or the little thumbnail of our flowers. Let's zoom out. Who remembers what the shortcut is? That's right, Command minus on a Mac, Control minus on a PC. We're going to zoom out so we can see the edges like we did earlier. Let's go to Edit, let's go down to Transform, and let's look at Scale. Okay, and he's actually reasonably the right size, but I want to rotate it around. So let's go to Edit, Transform, and let's go to Rotate. Okay, and it's the same kind of thing. Grab any of the corners, okay, and drag it around. Now, remember when we did the scale, remember we held Shift and it would kind of resize it proportionately? Holding Shift in this case, when we're using the Rotate tool, okay, it just kind of locks it into 45-degree angles. Okay, so it's just nice little steps. So I'm going to rotate mine around so it looks like that. Then I'm going to go back to Scale, Edit, Transform, Scale, grab the corner, remember holding Shift, drag down, and let's get it to a sort of size like this. You can drag the center it afterwards by letting go. You can let go of Shift and just drag the center. Don't drag the little dot in the center. Okay, it's just the center of rotation. Just won't do what you want. Just drag anywhere else in here and we can move it around. Okay, I'm not too worried too much about the edges at the moment. Okay, I just want to get it kind of lined up-ish like that. Now remember, nothing works. Why is it not working? We've got to press Enter on your keyboard or Return. Okay, just say, I'm done, that's what I wanted to do. All right, so let's now add some text. Okay, so down here is your text tool. Now actually let's zoom in a little bit. You remember the shortcut is Command plus on a Mac, Control plus on a PC. Grab the type tool, it says capital T here. Okay, and what you can do is, we're going to learn the kind of two ways of adding text. The first way is clicking once. Okay, and you can type in, and it just kind of goes forever. I'm just mashing away at the keyboard to give you an instance. Now, if your font is a whole lot bigger or a different color, it doesn't really matter. What you might do is select it all and change the font either over here. You can do it in both places, the top or over here on the right, down to something like 10 point for this example. So that's one way of adding type. When you're finished, okay, you can go back to the Move tool, and that kind of commits that change. And I want to show you the other way of adding type. That's good for headings. So, but if you've got some like say body copy that wants to go in, grab the type tool, and before you start typing, actually no, that's fine. Okay, is just to click, hold, and drag out a box. Okay, whereas before we just clicked once and we started typing. This one we clicked, held the mouse down, and dragged out a box. What this is cool for is I'm mashing away at the keyboard again, but you can see it kind of breaks onto different lines. Okay, it's a good way of putting in body copy. If yours is like mine, there's these massive big gaps in between the lines here. Okay, I'm going to select it all by using my type tool and just kind of like drag up across all of this. And then over here under line spacing, it is way too big. I'm going to set it back to auto. Cool. So let's look at styling some of this now. So those are the two ways of doing it. Clicking once, and the other one is clicking and dragging a box, depending on what you need. Remember, to finish this, go back to the Move tool. Great. So what I'm going to do is, I've got these two layers, crazy letters in them. So this first layer here, actually it doesn't really matter what layer you're on. If we grab the Type tool, click anywhere in this top part, I'm going to select all the text, hit delete, and I'm going to type in some proper text now. So yeah, we're going to cover a few more text features, but now it's a little bit, we're doing a little bit of design work. Okay, so Mother's Day sale. I'm going to select all the text. I'm going to make it white. Now you can see I can use the color here or color there. I've got the text selected. I'm going to pick color. And in terms of choosing a color, you use this little slider to pick the hue. Okay, let's say you wanted pink, and then you click there for pink. You can see there's my text in that color. You might have to move this out of the way to see what you're doing. What I want is white, and to get white is to grab this little dot that you've put anywhere and just click, hold, and drag it, drag it, drag it, and drag it kind of like way into this corner. I drag it a little bit past. That means it gets all jammed up in the corner and it's perfectly white. Click OK. I'm using Garamond for my main one just because it's a font that you're likely to have as well. So in terms of font size, that works for me. What I might do is after day, put a return in. Okay, and if the spacing between the lines is not great, okay, we're going to have to adjust it. The other thing we might have to do is this text here is kind of overlapping the one at the back. So let's grab this layer, okay, which is the top one there. I'm going to grab my Move tool, and I'm going to say, come down a little bit, buddy. Say way down here. Back to Mother's Day, and I'm going to drag you down a little bit. Awesome. Don't worry if you're finding it a little bit hard to read against the background with your font. We're going to add drop shadows in a future video to this particular text. Let's look at a couple of advanced features. Let's grab the Type tool. Let's click once, okay, because I just want a text box that runs on forever. And I'm just going to put in, let's say, save the date. Save the date. Font's a little bit big, so I'm going to have to grab it all. Let's just make it a bit smaller. Okay, and weirdly, it's different all around the world, right? So I'm in Europe at the moment, and it's different from where I'm from in New Zealand. Okay, I think it's the second Sunday in May in New Zealand, but it's not the same in Ireland here, which can be tricky. Sorry, Mum. The reason I'm doing this is I want to select all the text. Okay, and I want to make it capitals. I want to change the font first. I'm going to pick probably one you don't have. You can pick any font you like. I like Museo at the moment. Okay, it's one you can download and buy from Typekit. We're not going to cover how to install fonts specifically just yet, but I'm going to pick, yeah, I like that one. Okay, so pick any font, and let's say I want to make it all capitals. So over here, you've only got some basic kind of features. You've got the font, the kind of font weight, basically whether it's light or bold, and some other basic stuff. You got this advanced button. It's not that advanced. Click on it and it gives you kind of, I don't know, some of the stuff that I'm used to seeing in a type panel. And the one that I want is this third one in, and it says just make all caps. So that's what I want to do. I want to drag the font down. Now, another little tip for fonts, you can see it goes from 18 to 24. Like, what if you want 20? You can just type it in there and hit return, and that'll force it to be. Or the trick that I use quite a lot is, doesn't matter if you're using this one or this one down here. I'm going to close them back in. See this little icon here? If you click and hold and drag on that icon, so I'm just clicking, holding and dragging left and right. If you've got a really slow computer, it doesn't work that flash, but I'm dragging mine. I find that's just a little easier to work out what font I want. Great, I've got mine down to 12 point. Okay, my Move tool, and I click it, drag it there. Grab my Mother's Day layer and drag you about there. And this last layer down here, okay, this crazy layer, I'm going to move him to about there. Now I don't have specific text to go in here, so I'm going to show you a little trick before we leave. We're going to grab the type tool, I'm going to click in here, I'm going to select all this text, we're going to hit delete. Okay, and what we're going to do is put in something called placeholder text, or lorem ipsum. And it's just a really common way of putting in placeholder text. I know that, let's say that I'm the designer in this job, but not the copywriter, and it's coming from the client, and I know it's not coming today. So I just want to put some text in. So cursor flashing, go to type, and come down to paste lorem ipsum. Now, it's just Latin words. They're just mixed up, so they don't make any sense. And it allows you to design without there being that kind of distraction of fake words in there. What I'm going to do is just delete. It puts in lots, okay? So I'm deleting lots of mine, just so I've got a little bit of lorem ipsum in there. I'm going to put in a couple of returns. I'm going to put in www.florist, myflorist. This is totally made up brand, okay, myflorist.com. That's probably a website, not mine. So I'm going to select all the text, and now you might want to skip ahead because I'm just styling now. Picking white. Okay, what font am I going to use? I'm going to use that Museo again. I like that one. Museo. I like Museo rounded. It's really cool. Back to my move tool, and that's going to be it for this particular course. The big thing to know is that you click once, you get a type box that goes on forever. If you click and drag, you get a box that has an outside or a kind of a break at the end. The other good tip is to select on the layer, and you might need to go into advanced. Now, don't think advanced is super nerdy stuff. It's just, actually there's some good usable stuff in there. And you also know if you toggle this or keep clicking it, it switches between your advanced character and advanced paragraph. So if you're looking for indents and other stuff, just keep clicking on this, mash away until you find the one you need. All right, my friends, let's finish this one and get into the next video where we look at doing type on a path.